Time you speak, you keep it off the record. Consequently, you can keep your record clear. And if you mute the speech that shakes your frail beliefs, you only seek to insulate your image and continue down the stream in the direction clout and credit steers. Directly from your mouth into am I the asshole Reddit's ears. Directly back into the greasy pockets of some Gates Foundation financiers. And then directly back into the frantic final thoughts of early trial Neuralink volunteers, staring at the numb and mumbling vacancies where recently had been their peers. Half of whom are glitching with the memory stuck on pause, and half have zero fucking clue just who they are or why they're here. It's been said that fear is all we have to fear, but that was back before the Bezos fear condenser came along, distilling concentrated fear that's diamond pure, crystal clear, oppressor strong, and woven into every single article you read and song they let you hear. And then Elon heard that Jeff enhanced our fears by 86%, and he said, hold my beer. And not a single sheep among the herd would turn their head or say a word, cause they were all too busy begging for the shears, begging for the muzzle, happy just to guzzle, feed, and watch a screen for all their years. Man, to each his own, can't afford a home, but they'll let you have your cozy little ecosphere, where there among your own devices you can break the seventh seal, overthrow the oracles, and slay the seer. All the tomes were burned and all the lips were seared. Shut your eyes and all our lives just disappear. Now blink 'em twice. Welcome to your ecosphere. Stagnate a living wage, snap the chains and bury it. Labor slaves in rusty cages dragged behind a chariot, led by Mr. Racial Jungle, Joseph or Iscariot, fighting over scraps as they barrage us all with variants and BuzzFeed clickbait, straight until we're paralyzed, trying to distract us from the concentration camps that Joe had swore he'd close but only chose to amplify, where they got 50-something kids in cages made for 5 to occupy. And no, she hasn't seen the camps, but Harris swears they're paradise. She tells us the facilities are safe, and that right down to the women, they are regularly sterilized. Then she throws her head back and she proceeds to laugh, that sort of heartless cackle you'd expect from someone working steadfastly on behalf of the virus and a Congress full of parasites. And where was I? I was busy cashing every blue check, demonstrating plainly all the narratives expected from the verified. I was busy breeding verbal leeches by the terabyte. Train them to exsanguinate the wealthy while they sleep at night. Bleed the oil barons dry and barren, say they showed us how to share and now we share alike. Tell them I contracted rabies from a feral mic. Now I'm just another species losing sleep to noise pollution and these glaring lights. forced to change its habits and adapt to just survive. But now it's safe to say that some of us are thriving in the moment, throwing shit on presidential homes beneath the Paris skies. So if you feel like you're just powerless, I guess you bought the lie. But I can tell they're petrified of our collective might, 'cause I can hear those gentrifiers weeping at the sight of our collective rights. And I only can imagine the intensifying fear of knowing revolution's near, and all that's left to do is simply wallow in the thick anticipation of a rabid bite. And baby, one day you can ask your leaders just what that was like before you grab a slice. So if you think you're powerless, allow me now to change your mind. Honey, if you think you're powerless, allow me now to change your mind. See, they'll pay you hourly, tax them each apart, and build a shining tower out of loopholes and cards, and tell you that you're powerless to keep you in the dark, because you aren't, because we aren't. You see, they'll pay you hourly, tax them each apart, and make you build a shining tower out of loopholes and cards, where they'll tell you that you're powerless to keep you in the dark, because you aren't, because we aren't.
I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. I thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
My favorite songs don't hit the same way. I get to the end of a 4-minute track and I'm only looking back thinking, what did they actually say? So I try to sit down with my wife and watch TV, but I just see propaganda elevating the police in the simplest of sitcom banter, and tiny little altars full of offerings to corporate masters in every well-planned wide pan shot of the name brand stocking up the pantry. Pull back one long tracking shot out to the garage to the logo on the Camry. Nice tight shot of the Camry. Close-up view of the Camry, slow pan up on the Camry, long slow zoom to the unmoving human who's up in the front with the tube pumping fumes to him straight from the back of the Camry. Ashamed he just could not provide for himself, let alone for his family. It's a blue pill mindset that spent 2020 making dance beats.
I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride, and thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
Ignorance is bliss, which explains why a lot of us are so fucking happy. Quick to take the trip for all its trappings. Never one to ask what's up, what's going on, or God forbid what's happening. A lot of us would strap into the ride and then spit right in the eye of the guy whose job it is to snap your fastenings. But maybe we're all born with that capacity. Maybe each of us comes standard with humor, compassion, malice, and audacity. Some of us are blind to the system, but some see it fine and say this is how it has to be. Some of us can stare wide-eyed at a nationwide human catastrophe and only offer platitudes and recipes. And I wish that I could tell myself that nothing's worth obsessing past my everyday necessities. I wish that I could cry fake news over anything that threatened me, tune out our abuses and consume a little levity. Wish that I could offer up my son a smoother destiny. Wish I had some better lessons for how best to answer questions for the things I've been perpetually questioning. But I'm too busy looking at our leaders, wondering what I might be missing from their messaging. Trying to find the reasoning to let 250,000 people meet an early reckoning. And even though I know the truth, it's hard to swallow something that's so literally sickening. Hope is ever dwindling, COVID ever beckoning. Winter slows your breathing, but your pulse is ever quickening. Even though I know the truth, it's hard to keep listening. I'm done with my epiphany, my innocence is blistering. I'd like to think I'd taste the earth before I'd ever kiss the ring. Hard to speak the truth and harder still to keep listening.
Sometimes I think I miss being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, And when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time, I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. Thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. Both bleed us so dry. Both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
Told to come alone. Joe said if you vote for him, he'll abdicate his throne as the father of the crime bill, soul of Jim Crow, proud to live and vote as a strong Thurman clone.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the show your parents warned you about, Reefer After Dark. I'm your host, Reefer, and I'm here with my two lovely friends, Yeti Jesus and Jimi Sunderland. If you looked at the thumbnail, you probably saw a fourth Miss Fowlish Hound. Unfortunately, her job decided to job her last minute, and hopefully she'll be late. That would be nice. But if not, you know, I'll catch her again and we'll try to do this again. I'm gonna have to murder the ghost of Steve Jobs first, but, you know, so one of the two, they will have to be made. I will have to bring a large, like, bag of sage, you know, and at least 2 AA charged crystals, at least 2, you know, but anyway, how are you two, fam? I haven't seen you in a minute, Yeti. I know you're dealing with some health stuff, so nice to see you back in action. You had the old...
I mean, actually, health-wise, I'm not doing too bad. It's just, like, it's getting annoying dealing with my transplant team.
Right.
So, like, tell me one thing, and then it's like, I'll do something for, like, 6 months, and like, no, you need to do this, and it's like, well, that's not what you told me. And it's like, yeah. You ask them questions and, like, get them to, like, clarify stuff, and I just don't get emailed back.
Right.
Which is annoying, because, like, I told them I have memory issues. So I'm like,
yes, I
need help in this area. So,
well, I mean, the healthcare system for someone like me who's also non-neurotypical, you know, I mean, you got like other issues with that too because of surgery and all that stuff. But you know, it's like it's not set up for people with ADHD or, you know, anyone with slightly less like patience than me, you know. So like, I hate calling insurance companies. I just want to yell at them. You know, why are you doing this to me? It feels like a personal slight, you know? No, it's not. I just want to suck as much money out of things as possible. But anyway, but yeah, hopefully she'll be here later in the evening. And, you know, if not, people should go check out check her out on Twitter anyway. Eventually she'll be on the show, I hope. But anyway, I do have some stories for us this evening. If I can pull them up, which will be here. And then I have way too many tabs open. as always. But anyway, if I just close that one, hopefully everything loads properly. What is everyone smoking on this evening? That should be my first thing.
What is it?
Oh, God. Opera, please don't crash on me. Pretty please. That would not be nice.
I don't even know what it's called.
Mm.
Wander Bars from Glass House Farms. Yeah, it's called Wander Bars.
Gotcha.
Mine's just called like original bubblegum. It tastes like bubblegum, though. It's impressive.
Why is my computer dying? What is it? What is happening? Hopefully it doesn't. That will not be nice. Hello? Computer? Computer, please! Do the things! Like, some program is wigging out, and I'm not sure why.
This is why I hate technology. Like, I love it, but like sometimes it's just like going along, working fine. Then it's just like,
yeah, suddenly decides not to. Yeah, I feel you.
Just, wow, and just leaves. And I'm like, all right, there goes my computer. Just walked out on me.
And what sucks is that I can't have Opera closed because I have all those tabs open, and I kind of need them for the show. You know? But like, is it IQ?
I'd make a fine tenor.
Right. What are you smoking on, Yeti? I know you usually got the vape. You know what's in there?
Yeah, just bubblegum.
Makes sense.
That's all it's called. It's good though.
Like, why? Like, I can't even move my mouse. It's crazy right now. Like, oh, now it moves. What is going on? Hello? Like, I don't even know if you can see that. Like, look. Okay, now it finally started working. What the hell is wrong with things? Jesus. Ugh. My computer needs more weed smoke blown at it, I think, is what needs to happen. Anyway, speaking of weed smoke, unfortunately in other places as well as here, I don't know if you guys saw this, that Brittany Griner was sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison for drug possession and smuggling.
Which was not like the lower end, but it wasn't the max either.
Yeah.
Like max was 10 years on that one.
I'm trying to remember if there was some, like, essentially, couldn't the U.S. help, essentially? Wasn't there a way that they could have, like...
Not now.
Yeah, not now.
Russia and China basically have just completely told the states to piss off at this point.
Yeah.
China's broken up, I think, like 8 different divisions. They've essentially canceled all talks with America in any regards. That was just today. Russia has been pulling back on negotiations with them in any regard for a while now.
Yeah.
Especially since the start of the RSMO, so.
Well, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, this story was weird to me to begin with. There was a lot of play on that, especially in mainstream outlets, I think because of the Russia part of the story, you know?
But she would have got longer in the States if she got caught.
Yeah.
She would have got 20 plus.
Yeah, very much. I mean, that's the crazy thing is that we're complaining about what's happening to her in Russia, but like,
that's my argument. I'm like, I'm all for like drugs and everything to like be legal so that they can regulate it, at least make it somewhat safe, right?
Yeah.
But like, you go to a country and you know it's illegal and you get busted.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
I mean, the amount of times Steve-O has probably made it into Russia just fine, you know? Yeah. Like, but I mean, this is.
I honestly think that Joe Biden saying that he talked to anybody to even, get some kind of negotiations going. I think it's all been fluff and virtue signaling, because I think that even if he did go and try to talk to them to release her, he would ask to answer to all of us here of the people that we know that are in jail over this stuff too.
Yeah, very much so.
Well, and then they decided to like add that other guy in after too, as like an afterthought because enough people complained, and it was like Brittany Griner and what's his name? Yeah, him too. Can we get him back? Okay.
Yeah, which I think I'll get to in a minute. I think I have that other story there too. But yeah, I mean, I say we make a fair trade and we give them Julian Assange and we get back Brittany Griner. I think that's fair. You know?
Yep, I'm down with that.
But yeah, I mean $16,590 dollars, like 1 million rubles. She's also asked to pay.
And with the ruble going up, that's getting bigger.
Yeah. Yep.
So if she gets out of jail, it's gonna be twice that.
I'm surprised. I'd love to know if there are any Russians in the chat, or if we know of any. What's the chances of Russia having legal cannabis in the next couple of years? If that movement exists at all there. Would be interested to know. But yeah, I don't
think that's high on their list of priorities.
No.
At the moment.
But yeah, I do find this an interesting story to say the least. That a lot of stuff happening here is worse, than what's happening over there. But I don't know. Hopefully, some better stuff happens there. I don't want to see someone go to prison for weed.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing. It's I don't think it should happen, but it's not my country. So
yeah. Lawmakers push Biden to help another medical marijuana patient in Russia as Griner's case gets attention. So these are a few other lawmakers, which I think you were talking about, right? Mark Fogel. That's who you were talking about, Yeti, I hope.
Yep.
Another U.S. citizen who was convicted for bringing what he also says was medical marijuana to Russia has not been deemed to be wrongfully detained by his government, and he's not part of the prisoner swap deal that's been floated. He's been sentenced to a 14-year sentence for just over half an ounce of cannabis. So, yeah, 14 years for half an ounce. That's a little ridiculous, Russia. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is definitely. I think that is partially kind of a show me thing at the States too.
Yeah.
I think she just got caught in the middle of it.
Yeah, Frankie Lee says Brittany Griner is a hostage trade bait. Russia's just another evil empire like we are. So yeah. Couldn't agree more. Kelly M's in the chat saying hi to Jimmy. Jade Star's here. Nice. Anthony Malecki. All the fam showing up. Big Mad Crab. The crabbiest of crabs. I have a few more stories though. So the largest federal workers union calls for ending marijuana tests for most government employees in legal states. So this is, of course, from a friend of the show, Robbie Yeager's stoner cousin, Kyle Yeager. The nation's largest union representing federal employees recently adopted a resolution in support of marijuana legalization, calling for an end to policies that penalize federal workers who use cannabis responsibly while they're off the clock in states where it is legal. So the AFOGE, or the AFGE, which represents more than 700,000 federal workers across the country, approved the resolution during its 42nd national convention in June. The union posted the title of the measure, Resolution to Support Deleting Responsible Off-Duty Marijuana Use from Sustainable Criteria. By the way, if you're trying to get stoners to remember that, it's real wordy. Real wordy on that. It
doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone talking about a weed hangover before, and I know what people look like when they're hungover. So those people are a lot less functional.
Yeah. I forgot the fan was on. Oh, God. He just keeps coming out of here if the fucking fan's on. Anyway. So, but anyway, I also have
a little bitch.
Some of these. So that's going to be fun in an hour. But anyway, a dark chocolate. We're not expecting that. Dark chocolate when you don't expect dark is weird, you know? Like, what's worse is cocoa nibs. Worse. You ever had cocoa nibs? Like just the nib?
Yeah, my wife used to make coffee with those.
They're like, well, not little. Coffee, I guess. They're bitter, awful poison like pellets. They're terrible.
Oh yeah, well, like 100% cocoa bars are gross.
Yeah,
you have to. They're made to add with about 18 pounds of sugar.
I love it when
Trust me, I'm a scientist.
Played a video the other day of little kid, and the mom just hands him like the Dutch cocoa, like the cocoa powder, like unsweetened. And like he like I want to try it, and he's like, okay, you know. So a draft version of the resolution that was obtained by Marijuana Moment also expresses support for federal cannabis legalization legislation. The Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act, or the MORE Act, that passed the House 2 times, right? Which is, it's fucking shady as shit anyway, but like, whatever. But anyway, it also says the federal regulation unresponsibly cast marijuana usage as a matter of concern for security reasons. Therefore, AFGE members voted to adopt the measure to join other unions in supporting federal legalization legislation and urging the U.S. Office of Personnel Management to rescind its policies regarding pre-employment use and off-duty use of cannabis by federal employees in non-safety sensitive, non-national security positions to the extent such cannabis use is permitted by state or District of Columbia law. I also would like to add, excuse you, why is this, seriously, hold on, I might have to make a new Zoom room. Give me a couple of seconds. Apparently I signed into the wrong one. Yep. So, but anyway, let me just make a new one real quick, and I will DM it to you on Twitter. Luckily, I've dealt with this before. Yeah, I'll end the meeting. Hold on. I'll be right back with the fam. I just have to go here instead, and then launch Zoom, and then new meeting, and then Alt-Shift-I.
Recording in progress.
Recording is not in progress.
Recording stopped.
And then on Twitter, I now have to send links to Yeti. Yeti. Hit. How radiant is that? Question mark, question mark. Where is, yeah, that one. And this one. And also to our possible fourth. And hopefully they join shortly. There's one. And there's two. Oh, see, this is what happens when you do a show, like, while smoking, you know? This is how it works. Why does... I don't understand why Zoom decides to, like, limit my, like a free Zoom account. It's like, oh, you only get like 30 minutes, you know, like who's going to be done with their Zoom in 30 minutes, you know?
Right. It's got to be something within the last few years because I've never seen it do this before. They must have made a buttload of money during the pandemic and they're like, all right, now we get to limit you motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Like, I understand limiting. I think you should limit the amount of people in the room, not the length of time, you know. But if you would like to right click me and make me large by clicking the word pin, that will also help you. So you can see my stuff a little easier. Which one were we on? We were on this one, right? The union. There we go.
Yeah, smoking off work hours.
Yep. So they asked the OPM to rescind their like terrible use. I mean, I think that they should definitely like add another rule to this that not like that security positions should have to like it should be required for security positions, you know. They had to be mandated to smoke weed.
High at all times.
Yes.
Or you're not going to work.
Pretty much. I mean, I feel like our security positions would be a lot better. You know, we would have a lot less war. Be like, oh, fuck it, man. I don't care. You know, like it'd be dumb crap
it's
like
not
that.
drugs chasing around people.
So specifically, AFGE does
everybody in the bar, like everyone's allowed in the bar. Just doesn't matter. Just everyone come in.
They have bars in the office, I'm sure. They got those Mad Men like little mini bars. You know, yep. I'm sure it's exact like all those offices are like I think are just Mad Men, but with a different like job at the end of the day. It's just security crap. I guarantee you it's like that, right? You know, Christina Hendricks is the secretary. But specifically, AFG does publicly support that OPM, in consultation with the president, delete responsibility. Jesus Christ, how is this? Words. Delete responsible off-duty cannabis use where legal at the state level or in the District of Columbia from its suitability criteria. And delete the cannabis-related questions from the SF85, the SF8SP, and the SF86 and EQIP. The draft document states, referring to various forms that applicants to certain federal government jobs need to fill out. Right. Marijuana Moment has spent multiple requests to the AFGE for the final text or comment on the resolution, but representatives have only replied to say that the association's policy forbids sharing internal resolution documents with media. So you got like after there again, Kyle. So while the draft resolution only talks about the MORE Act, a separate legalization bill filed by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer last month contains a provision that would specifically prohibit federal employers from testing workers for cannabis. Right. So yeah, this seems all over the shop in, you know, the halls of Congress here. Like DC needs to get its shit together with weed, but as always, we skim articles here. So,
I think their concern is they're like, if we do this, then it's like a step to legalization. Then they can't lock up minorities. Yeah. You know, it's a horrible thing for them.
Or it will at least be harder to arrest minorities somehow, because it totally isn't super easy for them to do already. You know, even if you took away weed.
Oh,
you know,
ridiculously easy.
So,
he looked at me funny. I had to shoot him. He was getting an ice cream.
The ones I've seen this week recently are compilations of cops accidentally shooting their partners instead of someone's pets. So those are pretty good. I love Yeti's laugh at that. Are you
okay? She's like, you shot me.
You shot me. Yeah, Jimmy saw the same one. You shot me. Like, oh God, that happened more than once. This is like multiple times this has happened. Like,
good.
They need to just do like my mailmen do and just like keep cookies in their pockets for puppos. You know, this is better. But anyway, I figured we could go try Bend and Blaze. High yoga classes are all the buzz these days. This is such a fluff piece, but like, yeah. Did you not think yoga was already doing that for one? Like,
right.
I mean, hotbox yoga has been a thing for a minute.
Right.
They should have just called it, look, we're not lying to you anymore, yoga.
Have you guys watched the Bikram documentary?
Which one's
by the way, speaking of hot yoga, he was the guy who invented hot yoga. Hot yoga used to be called Bikram yoga before they had to change it because he was a dickhead, pretty much. Like most big gurus, they end up being weird. So, and he was apparently super abusive on top of sexually abusive. So, everyone knew he was an asshole pretty much. But he was the only one who taught the stuff. So, but anyway, this particular class touts a higher yoga experience. And it means that quite literally, participants are invited to smoke marijuana during the session. People want the community. They want to find their stoner circle. They want to find this connection, says Bind and Blaze instructor Amanda Hitz. As students get ready for the class, they lit up and cannabis smoke expanded through the room. The participants teetered in tree pose, extended into downward-facing dog, and lunged forward into Warrior 1. That's the only yoga poses anyone knows. By the way, I feel like Mrs. Hitz noticed students in her cannabis-infused classes seem particularly flexible and laid back. But I mean, is that class not called Hits with Hits? I'm just saying.
That'd be pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I think people still think that cannabis is you take a hit of cannabis and you're just on the floor and you have no idea what's going on.
I mean, if you're buying the right stuff.
They still see those they still see those 1970s commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Or the lady's flat. That lady.
I'm dead.
I made
one marijuana.
I made 4 sticks of butter one time with an ounce of weed, right? And I halved it with my cousin, right? So he bought a half, I bought a half, right? And I made butter. I used my 2 sticks to make 2 boxes of brownies, right? He used his to make a grilled cheese.
Jeez.
I don't know if he was just eating it with a spoon, but when I saw him the next day, he looked like that lady. He definitely looked like her. Just flat against a couch, And then the classic, bro, you look high as shit. Nah, fucking, what do you mean, nah? You are clearly stoned as shit, sir.
Just became part of the couch.
Right, yeah. Just woven. So around 20 states have legalized. Some in the yoga community find the pairing disjointed. Come on, another pun? Yoga and weed debate. Look, jiu-jitsu's already went through this. Eddie Bravo has a whole competition where you win a pound of weed. It's great.
I'm in no position to make fun of anybody's business and puns. So
right. Hey, looks like I'm
man buns.
That's a fucking great name, by the way.
It is. But I
Tiffany,
can't make fun of anyone for using puns for now.
Tiffany April Levely teaches a cannabis-infused yoga class in Miami, Florida. 420 being slang for marijuana. Sorry. I just love when people who don't know weed have to write about it. But
also, Yeti Jesus' birthday, so everyone keep in mind at home.
We'll do.
Send gifts.
But yeah, I should be doing another Reefer After Dark special on that day, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, yep, just dumb little story. It has become something of a tradition that the class went out for pizza afterwards. Yeah, of course they did. Of course they went out for pizza. What else would you do?
This yoga is clearly not for weight loss.
So speaking of weed advertising, like that flat lady, so the Safe Advertising Act could bring weed ads to TV and radio.
Yay.
Yes, radio. A new bill has been filed in the U.S. Senate that would allow cannabis companies to advertise in legal markets without facing federal penalties. So, Senator Ben Ray Lujan of New Mexico, right? I think that's what NM is. I can't think of, it's not Nevada, you know? Introduced the Secure and Fair Enforcement Advertising Act, not to be confused with the Safe Banking Act. So, if you've watched the show before, we've talked about the Safe Banking Act, right? Which is them trying to allow them to use banks, essentially, yeah. So,
like banks would refuse to give loans out, right?
Essentially, well, and they also, you couldn't hold money. It was drug money. And because like it's federally, like Bank of America wouldn't let it because it's like, so it's like you'd either have to find a credit union that let you do that, right? Yeah. Or you had to keep it in a safe somewhere. Mm-hmm. So
can you imagine if cannabis starts to get advertising like liquor and beer does?
Yeah. The Super Bowl? Yeah, absolutely. They've tried several times to make that happen. You know, and I think this is why
that'd be a big change in society. If more people went towards that and less alcohol, that would create a major shift in psyche for the country.
I mean, the only thing I worry about with stories like this specifically, and the way I see cannabis working, is that capitalism has seeped its little hands all the way in and around it. You know, so like they've made it to where like, and a lot of the stuff has made sure, like this act that they just passed in the House added funding for police. Like it added a ton of funding for police. Like, because supposedly it's to get like the illegal plants that aren't taxed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that stuff where it's like they had to like, I forget what they called it in the thing. It was like, I want to say it's like, yeah, that skank weed, you know, like they got to go get round that up, you know, but like it wasn't. It was some other weird word they used, like some illicit, non-approved, like the FDA's got to approve it, and tons of like restrictions and stuff. Like I also didn't see anything about like growing your own in this specific like act. I think that the stuff is, it's like, it's really just trying to decriminalize it and letting the states do it anyway. It's not like federally legalizing, I don't think. I could be wrong. But, you know. So, this newly filed bill would protect TV and radio stations from losing their Federal Communications Commission. That's the other problem, right? Which is why the Super Bowl hasn't done it forever and things like that. For allowing legal cannabis licensees and service providers to advertise products and services where at least 70% of the audience is reasonably expected to be above 21 years of age. So like the UFC or sports or that kind of stuff. It also eliminates the legal financial issues at the federal level surrounding the proceeds from business transactions with licensed cannabis businesses. So, they of course talk about potential opponents, which like Tom Cotton, and there's definitely a few Democrats on that list that want to oppose. You know, he's saying there should be no Joe Camel of cannabis. It obviously wouldn't be a cannibal or a camel. Also wouldn't be a cannibal, but you know what I'm saying.
Tom Cotton is like the most white supremacist name
I've really ever heard. Yeah, it's like it just needs Pick as a middle name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if someone came out like, my name's Tom Cotton, I was like, no, I'm gonna back off here. I'm gonna go hang out with someone else.
I hope to have Steve Poikinen on next week to talk about how they're also doing a very similar capitalist nonsense with psychedelics. So that should be an interesting
show. Colorado?
Yep. So, but I have fun stuff now. Are you guys ready for fun stuff? Like, we got through all our vegetables. Like, it only took us 30 minutes. So, but we'll start with this. As a person who just took some, what you should not do with your edibles.
In my car.
I mean, I like your shirt to start off with.
A big glob
I can hear him.
Of edible. I'm just gonna like scoop it. Oh no.
There we go.
I'm gonna eat all this goop. Oh, there's like a family walking by. I don't want them seeing me eat goop.
So like his edibles melted in the tin. He's just like, fuck it.
They're still good. I don't let it harden and just cut it into little squares myself. It's like a jam. I'll put some peanut butter on bread and this after it. That would be good. I'm a fucking genius.
I'm a fucking. I feel like you're eating too much already. Like that was probably multiple servings. You know.
Randy.
Any of you have a terrible edible story? No.
Nope.
No. Have you guys ever done edibles for one? That's the okay. So Jimmy listened to somebody.
Yeah,
is
I've
what
done
happened.
a couple.
You know, Jimmy just went, okay, I listened to the expected dose. I'm going to eat one brownie. We're not going to go more than that. Like, I know better.
Well, like the first time I did it, I passed out. So then I did like other ones and now they just don't work on me. I have like 1,000 milligrams of syrup and I've taken like half of it already and I haven't felt anything.
You know, edibles are the weird thing with like, they affect, they like, everyone deals with them differently. I think it's because it's based off, it's metabolized in your liver, right? So it decarboxylated weed, science time, everybody. We take decarboxylated weed, which, you know, you take off that carboxyl group off that THC chain. Let's go back to like organic chemistry. But that's just called heating it, by the way, technically. Like you heat your weed to a particular temperature. I was
going to say, I got mercy pass in chemistry, so.
Right. Nice.
Same.
I could show you the diagram in that little OH group. That's the carboxyl. That's a carbon and an oxygen. And anyway,
at this point, you're talking Egyptian to me.
Yes. Right. So it's like the THC molecule, right? Has like the little letters, right? There's two little double bond and like an OH. That's that carboxyl pops off there. Okay. You know, and you could do that by heating it. So technically by combusting it, you do that, right? And then you inhale those like vapors, right? And smoke and carcinogens that also come with that, because that's how carbon works. You heat your weed in a little crock pot with a bunch of butter for a while. That's going to do it. You put it in the oven at a low temp for a while. That's going to do it. I personally use a sous vide machine, right? But then that little, like, it actually changes the THC. It becomes a different molecule than you're used to, right? So it goes into your body as like THC with the carboxyl group off, which is called something else. Right, and then your liver metabolizes it into usable THC again, right? And then that's like THC something else, like Delta 8 or whatever. I forget specifically which kind. Not the fake one, because that's made with hemp.
Oh, now we're back to COVID. Delta? What is this?
Yeah. I'm butchering all this science, but like it's close, you know? Okay. But yeah,
no, you're actually explaining it well enough I can understand it.
Yeah, so you're like, this is why if you ever take high doses of edibles, what ends up happening is like your liver can only process so much at one time. So like you get to a certain level of high and then your liver cuts off that like bloodstream like feed so that it can like deal, and it's like it's trying to like pace itself. Right? So it just means the more edible you eat, the longer you're high as fuck for. Right? Like it also, it's a completely different hallucinogen, right? So and it can actually become hallucinogenic at a particular level, you know? So, but in case people wondering in the feed, that was my Discord, not yours, just FYI. I really need to turn that off, but anyway, we'll continue our
flamingos in his shirt,
right? This guy, I love this guy. This guy is my spirit animal. You got it, bro. You'll be alright. Breathe. Oh, breathe, homie.
That's those hardcore motherfuckers. That's those people that
he
can
was
smoke
like,
a whole joint to their dough. Fuck that.
I mean, he was like fucking not even exhaling at all. It was just all inhales. Like, and I love that.
I call those guys iron lungs or stingy motherfuckers.
Stingy motherfuckers. The ones that get me are the ones that like, it's that like weird cough that's not a cough. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
It's like a mixture of a cough and a sneeze.
Yeah, it's like I can't ever do it. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, cough like a normal person, you know?
Do it in a quiet setting where you have to be really quiet, or you can't like show that you're coughing. Like, have a parent around that's allergic to it. You'll do it. You'll absolutely do it.
Yeah, all he's doing is trying not to cough. He's just holding it in.
So I have a secret for all the stoners out there. It's going to sound very weird for a minute, right? But when you cough from weed, what I want you to focus on is exhaling air at the end of your cough, right? So I'm going to teach everyone how to cough better. It's going to be weird, right? But just push out as much air, then inhale and cough again if you need to, right?
Okay.
But going like... and like focusing on the exhale of air, right? You're trying to get stuff out of your lungs. That's what your body's doing, you know?
Right.
So it just helps.
Now I have a question actually, if you're like all like sciencey and stuff and you know about this. So my question is, when you're inhaling weed, is it better to inhale, exhale, and then inhale again and like exhale a little bit? Because I heard that when you're inhaling like smoke, your lungs only can take so much until those things close up. So it's better to like release a little bit and then inhale again so they open back up.
So what I've always been told, and what I like looked up, because I always find it weird when people are like, "Oh, you gotta hold it." Like, no, you don't.
Right, bad.
No. Right? It's not necessarily bad. Like, weed has an expectorant in it.
Help.
Yeah, it doesn't help you. It doesn't get you higher. The thing that gets you as high is what, so if you think about your lungs and the way they infuse oxygen with your blood, right, is that they're little bronchioles, right? They're like upside down trees, right? And like the leaf of the said tree is what gathers oxygen and supplies it to your red blood cells, right? So, what I want you to think about is the lung. I want you to inflate all those trees, right? Like all the way up into the tippy top of those branches with smoke, and then exhale. So just big, deep inhales as far as possible, and then you can just spit it right back out. Yeah, you don't have to hold shit, you know? The deeper the breath, the better.
To be able to use up the smoke that you're using or that you're doing, kind of like what they say, like ghosting. You can use up all your smoke if you do ghosting. So like inhaling and exhaling continually until there's nothing left. That's probably the better use of one good hit of weed, right?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, it's just like, I think generally you're talking about like parts THC and parts per million of like that air. Which I think by the time you inhale it, you've already like sucked it all out. I know vaporizers, people will do that. Like there's certain vape stuff where you can like reuse because like the concentration is high. Right? But I don't know. I've seen some stuff with like little balloons and things where you blow it back into the balloon, you know, and then reuse it.
Yeah, that way you can continually use it, right?
Yeah, it's got one of those little valves that like NASA puts on their sippy cups. You know, you just like press it. You know, yep, just dumb knowledge in my head. So which one would you guys choose? Dispensary weed or Zaza from a dude? Also, this guy is a legend. Look at those pants. Those pants are what's up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I gotta go with John Daly here. No, it's John Daly.
Fucking John Daly, the Bert Kreischer of golfers. Like that dude. Do you know about John Daly, Jimmy? He's a fucking beast of an individual. This guy is drunk all the time. He is never not drunk. Like
he's like if Happy Gilmore actually knew how to play golf.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's notoriously like, and people are like, yeah, he's not athletic. He's like can't be healthy. He eats terribly. Like, but he crushes guys like at golf.
Oh wait, you're telling me this golfer guy is a real person?
Yes. Yeah, he's a pro golfer. That's John Daly.
Shit.
That guy in the blue shirt
is
that's a professional golfer and quite a successful one as well. Yeah. He's had some like not so great moments too, but overall he's been a pretty good character.
Yeah, it's John Daly. Like John Daly's like been legit forever. Like back when he had the mullet. Oh, the mullet days? Yeah, the mullet days were what's up. Like he was always crazy. Like that's why it's like
The Bad Boy of Golf was a movie. It would just be John Daly.
John Daly. Like there's definitely amazing stories about John Daly. They're like Bert Kreischer is like this is one of like Bert's idols. It's that ridiculous. Like even Bert's like, oh my god, John Daly. You know,
and like pull up his numbers too. Like, he wasn't even like kind of good. He was a good golfer.
Yeah, like he had multiple PGA, like high ranking.
Yeah, like, I think he's got a Masters under him.
Yeah, he's got one of those green jackets, I think, right?
Yeah.
I hate golf. Golf is dumb. It's a rich person's sport.
I actually enjoy golf, but it is a complete waste of land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friends.
The carts are fun.
Yeah.
About it.
Well, see, here's the thing.
After my heart transplant when I was younger. Actually, I'll say that for another time.
We need a whole like episode of just heart transplant stories with Yeti. You know, so it's like golly ma, like what? Sorry, wrong. That's not how they do a transplant anymore. I thought we just got the guy from like Indiana Jones and he pulls it out, and then you like put another one in. You know.
Have you ever seen the show Silverhawks? It's where like the sunlight hits. I forget his name. The main evil character.
Yeah. I remember.
Monstar.
Yeah, Monster. I can't. It's something like that.
Yeah, no, it's Monstar. It used to be like one of my favorite cartoons.
But yeah, so me and my buddies, like, our school had a pretty decent golf team, right? But it cost you a shitload of money to like, and like, so we decided that like, okay, so instead of the golf team, it cost the same to buy like a beat up old like Ford Focus, right? So that's what we did, and we just raced it in like rally sport that was near us, and it was the funnest year like ever. I had to be a like race car driver for a bit. It was great until we wrapped it around a tree, and then we couldn't do that anymore. So, you know, but whatever. It was fun. Like it cost the same as like golf club for like a year. So we were like, fuck it, you know? But have you guys noticed this thing whenever you go to look for weed online? Like any weed thing is just all fucking Rick and Morty shit. Like it's never anything else. Like it's all Rick and Morty shit. Every head shop is filled with Rick and Morty shit. And
I've never seen an episode of Rick and Morty.
Morty, look, I get it. Like I smoke weed is great, you know, but like we don't need it on everything. I'm just saying, you know.
Adult Swim trying to make that money.
Oh, jeez, Rick. Yeah, I can do those impressions way too well.
That's good. That's good.
Can we? Who can roll this? Who can roll this shotgun shell? Like this is 4 grams, right? How do they do these rolls? That's what I want to know. Are they doing like the old like? Are they doing the reverse paper? where you got to like lick the thing the one way and then like stick it to another bit of like paper with the glue on the other side, and then you get like a long paper, right? You know what I'm saying?
Probably.
So, and then rolling it the other way. I also, how do you do the filter? It baffles me. This one's gonna be even weirder. Look at that shit.
What?
That's the peacock.
It's a peacock.
It is a peacock.
Or I guess a weed cock.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeti's with it.
I'll see you guys all next week.
I want this to be the centerpiece at my wedding. Like, that's what I want. I want this on like every table setting. You know? Like, that's dope. Quite literally. Probably get cancer from all the ink on that thing. Sure.
I could probably make a bread peacock.
Yeah, just like with
I
breadsticks.
think I could do that. Well, yeah, it would be breadsticks and then like a larger like soup bowl kind of style bun in the middle.
Yeah, I think you just put a skewer through a skewer through the middle, and like.
No, I would do it from like a front on look.
That makes sense.
It's gotta have like 7 individual rolls around the center roll.
Yeah. Speaking of your bakery, is this out front? Also, there has to be a strain called Canadian Summer now, right?
Have you guys ever been houseboating?
I mean, I know people who have houseboats here, but like I've not been.
Yeah. So if that's in Canada, that's likely in the shoe swaps. Like down in BC, I've been twice when I was younger, and there was like 20 of us rented a houseboat for a week.
This sounds fun, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was great.
It's like
I probably drank too much at the time, but I was young and stupid.
It's like an ice house without the ice, you know? This is like a floating ice house, right? Pop a hole in the floor, pop a fishing rod down it. Shouldn't be a problem. Fry it up later for snackums.
They have all these weird rules, like you have to have one sober driver. Ugh.
Fucking
Ridiculous.
God, the laws. Fuck. I mean, you're floating. You don't need to drive. We'll sober up later. Like, you know, what you do is you say the least drunk of you.
Land.
The least drunk of you at the time is the driver, right? Like, so.
Congratulations, you're the captain now.
You're the captain now. Just swap hats, you know?
Yep.
Like, but.
Violet, you're turning violet, Violet.
What are you talking about?
I told you I hadn't got it quite right yet. You can say that again. Look what it's done to my kid.
Always goes wrong when we come to the desserts. Always.
Violet, what are you doing now? You're blowing up.
I feel funny.
I'm not surprised.
What's happening?
You're blowing up like a balloon.
Like a blueberry.
Somebody
Yeah.
do something. Call a doctor.
That's a sick looking piece. I'm gonna tell you right now. I would take that little blue burrs.
I used to really like glass making shows when I was younger. I spent a lot of time watching the Discovery Channel because, as I've stated, I'm a massive nerd.
It's
and
like
they used to have like
mesmerizing. Degenerate Art, classic documentary, is amazing. I think I'm trying to remember. There's a YouTube channel I watch that's like that they like teach you how to do that kind of glass blowing. I forget what it's called. I'll think of it in a minute. Revere Glass. That's what it is. They do some dope stuff.
It's kind of fun talent to learn.
Yep. There's a school here in Tallahassee that I would love to go to. I'd film it too if I was there. And then you rent studio time afterwards. So it's like you do a certain amount of classes, and then it's like they allow you to like then start purchasing studio time. Right?
That's not bad. Is it like really expensive for studio time, or
like $60 an hour? But in an hour, I could bang out like 8 pipes, 10 pipes, like, and sell those each for $60. So it's like you're you're making profit generally, especially if you got the right equipment. But, and what you're doing is you're trying to make your own, like, you're just saving up to make your own little studio, you know? So it's just you need a torch and like gas and a kiln.
Yeah, I was gonna say a few things.
And eventually you get the glass lathe, you know? So you can do big like bongs. When you're out of weed and then discover an entire grinder of Kiev. Oh my god, the Kiev! Like, have you ever had that friend that didn't know he had like the Kiev in the grinder thing? Like,
Yeah.
No.
Like, I've used some terrible grinders. Like the ones with like the wooden ones with just the pegs. Like the little nails that someone nailed in. I'm like, what is this? You know? I need to get a new one. I have like, this is a Canadian product, sir. The Lift Innovations grinder, right? This one right here.
How we spy on you guys.
Yeah, pretty much. It's got little like blades in there. There's like a little,
that's nice.
Little set of blades.
Oh, cool.
Like, so I also use like the segments as like measuring things. Like if I shove a nug into one, it's like one bowl, and like two's a joint, and then like three's a blunt. You know? So, but, and it lets me kind of like dose things that way. But it grinds, like if I have really difficult weed, right, that's like super sticky, I'll throw it in here. You know?
Yeah.
But the other one I want to get is the Canistore. It's the other popular one. Like got some glass parts and stuff like that. But Jimmy, when can I commission something like this from you? To just like get put up on my wall. Like, this is what I want.
Ooh.
Which one is it? Which one is people's favorite? So that was Gorilla Skittles. We got Wedding Glue. Super Lemon Haze. Girl Scout cookies, yep.
Those are cool. Who did
Very
them?
diesel.
I think it does say so at some point who did these. And then it's like the rainbow one looks fucking amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, that is.
I will be getting these. I will definitely get the rainbow one and then one of each. That would be nice.
Right.
But it does say somewhere. I've had this like painter on before. So
Dang.
Canna Queens project, that's it right here. Yeah, flags now available. $50. That's cheap. That's not bad at all. How big is that? 36 by 24? I wonder if I can get one of these on 36,000 for a painting. 3,600, my bad. Well, yeah, I want to get one of those ones on like the disc plate that's like metal. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You just put it up with magnets. But yeah, I'd take a print. I would definitely take that. And just like mat it.
Those are pretty.
You know? There's some gorgeous ones here too. Ooh. That one's nice. Like,
Damn.
it's a really pretty plant, weed. I don't know about anyone else, but it
is.
Like, this one's just funny. The war on drugs. Drugs. Like, just slipping through there.
Yep.
Have you played that cat game yet, Jimmy? Have you played Stray?
Yeah, I beat it. Yeah.
I'm one of those people that like I don't want to pay for it, so I'm just gonna watch someone else play it. You know?
Yeah.
Like
it was
it's pretty
free
much me
for like
playing
a week on PlayStation, so I got to play it for free for only a week. So I beat that sucker in like a day.
Yeah. Look at the poppers. Whatever. Cannabis is legal in Michigan. I love the little poppers. A little high boy. Look at him. He's even got his eyeballs red. 906fire.com.
Those dogs are so cute.
Aren't they?
They are.
They always look like they're up to something, though. They're like, I'm going to get you, you know?
I mean, I think every animal's cute, so.
Right?
I'm not a good judge. A hairless cat. Yay!
So what's ON? What state is that? I think that's Ontario, maybe? I don't know.
Canada? Yeah, it's Ontario.
Okay. I don't think we have an O in America. I could be wrong. But $10 an ounce.
Damn.
Yeah. You want to see the ounce? That's the ounce. Like Iranian diesel. Sounds nice actually. For $10 an ounce, dude, that's okay.
Yeah. That's a steal.
I'm bringing $60 in. Like, let's go.
Right.
Like, $100. 10 ounces, sure. What's the math on that? Number Wang? Like how much would a pound be? How many ounces in a pound? 16?
I was told there was going to be no math into this show.
I feel you.
No idea.
I feel you. I feel like it's 16, if I remember correct.
Yeah, because I remember it going by 8, so it has to be.
Yeah. There we go. We're carrying signs now, says 16. Thank you for the people in chat who aren't as high as us.
Oh, sorry. How many ounces in a pound? Was that the question?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, I remember that. I do that because I do
16,
bread.
sorry about that.
Like, I know these things.
That's exactly.
It's like
drug math is different. I get it.
Eight ounces. 8 ounces in a cup. Yeah. Like, you know.
Well, no, because I use grams up here because we use.
Because you're smart.
Math like everyone else.
Yes.
Yep.
Because you're smart peoples.
You Americans in here. Oh, it freezes at 22 degrees. What is this garbage?
You guys ever made sushi before?
Made it? No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I don't think you do it like that.
It is not an envelope, sir.
I don't think that's what he was thinking it was. Like that's not envelope procedure. That's jerk procedure.
What?
You know, like he's rolling that rice blunt right now, you know? Like he did it good too. He's done that a few times, like, you know?
I hope no one eats that.
I think he probably will. But it's weird that we find that okay for someone to do to a blunt, but if they did it to your sushi, it would be like, ew, you know?
The fire burns off the germs. Everyone knows how cooties work.
I always did. My sister, as crazy as she is one of the best blunt rollers in the world. Can do it like one-handed, like, anyway. Her like
what?
Classic. Oh, I've seen her do that in like no time at all. Just like weed and like rolled a blunt somehow, one hand, like, and it was perfect. Anyway, she does it every way I've ever seen, but like she'll take like, you take like a cap of water, you put that there, and you get like a little honey bottle, you get that little honey bear, right? And then you can like honey up the joint paper, like to get it to stick, right? Yeah. So like you're like dip your finger in the water, you're gonna like make sure your blunt paper, which might be dry, even if it's like in a pack, right? You wet it a little bit, right? And then you in the water again, a little bit of honey, like, and run it along the edge, like when you're done, like just a little bit, you know? And it like, what's cool is that the sugar will burn at a different like temperature, right? So it like actually makes like a little trail for like you to pull smoke through, weirdly enough. So like even if your joint's packed like super tight. So you wake up at Christmas and see this in your living room. What do? What do you do? I mean, take the day off.
All of it.
Like, I love the whole just like carton of like raws on the table. You know, also, what is this? Why is this here? What is in here? I don't even know. It's a drink. Like someone put a drink in here. Get that drink out of here. That should be like a cup full of weed.
Have you not seen cannabis drinks?
Oh yes, yeah, I've seen those, but I don't know if that's it. But that would be dope if it was.
Yeah.
But like, what is this in the center? Like, I guess it's a bag, right? That they've like kind of opened. It's just weird because it's got like a ring. You know, it's like someone like made a little volcano.
Right.
It's like they tried to garnish the pan.
We got swishers, we got rolls. You know, here's your cones right there.
Oh, Lord.
Blunt. Like, no, these are the swishers that have been all undone. Because people don't know about fucking people. You can buy just wraps. Like, they have wraps. You don't have to like get the nice hemp ones. Trust me. You know, they're like tropical fruit flavors. They're delicious. You don't need the swisher anymore. Although, if you're gonna get swisher, peach, please. Peach or grape. I don't know about you guys. What's your favorite blunt paper? That would be the next question.
I don't know.
Jimmy's having to think. She's all like, there's a lot of blunt papers, you know?
Yeah, I've not had too many blunts. They fuck me up too bad.
Yeah.
I think grape is the one that stood out the most, probably, out of all of them.
Grape or blueberry. The fruit ones are almost always the best. Like, I don't like the chocolate ones. They're always weird. I think it's just because I used to do wine wood tip forever, and that's, you know what I mean? Like,
most grape flavoring is really good, except for when you get like grape Kool-Aid flavored.
Yeah.
That is the worst grape in the world.
Yeah. Apparently it's just a different grape. It's like banana flavoring. It's just a different banana. It's just an old banana that we don't like have anymore. You know?
Yeah, that's what they tell you. Whoever invented that flavor deserves to be in jail.
Mm-hmm. I think they're dead. Because that crap was made in like the Victorian era. Like that's like Victorian crap. Yeah. That probably has happened. I mean, I've been to enough voodoo ceremonies to they go through a lot of people, you know. But anyway, this is weird. So this is a medicated hot sauce, and yes, please, I'll take your habanero version. Like,
is there a way to make it bigger on our side?
Yes. So if you right click and pin me.
No, you're pinned already. It's just you're only using like half the screen.
Oh. How about
there
that?
we go.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But
are those gnocchis?
Like pot stickers. Yeah. So like they're using the hot sauce to like medicate pot stickers. You know?
Ooh.
Like, and they look good too. Yeah. And then you're gonna put a little water in there.
Like a hot sauce?
Yeah, the hot sauce is medicated. So, I mean, it may not work for you, but I mean, I'll take it. You know?
Hell yeah!
Now I want hot wings. Damn it, man!
Dude,
I want pot stickers. That looks good.
I want both
now. Can that be red? With a Scotch bonnet. I got like a Jamaican hot sauce. Like, I'm down. But one of my favorites is Secret Aardvark. They do a habanero in both. They make a Serrano and green habanero one that's like choice. It's like a green sauce. And like just the regular like habanero one is pretty classic.
I really like cayenne hot sauces.
Yeah.
Like regular Frank's hot sauce. I'm the version of that commercial. I put that shit on everything.
Oh, I'm a Louisiana boy. So it's got to be Louisiana. Like that's can't be.
I
no
do
Frank's.
like Louisiana hot sauce too, but
yeah, but that are like, I mean, Tabasco's different. It's a different thing altogether. Like,
yeah, Tabasco's like a weird kind of heat because there's no flavor. It's just hot.
And then
like the slightest taste of like tomato somehow.
I want you to think about like sriracha with Tabasco, right? Where it's like if you think of those two things in your head, because they're both similarly done because they're both fermented a little bit, right?
Okay.
So there's like this weird like funky thing going on there. So But yeah, it's been crystals or Louisiana, and then I started upgrading to like habanero stuff because they've been putting cayenne in my bottle as a kid, so I'm kind of immune to that now. Like pepper spray doesn't work on me. Please don't try. But
do you guys at your KFC down there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have a Louisiana hot sauce there?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that what they serve?
Yeah, like there's
that stuff too.
There's a brand called Louisiana.
Yeah. I normally
pretty...
get that and then put it on their hot wings.
Yeah.
I really like the flavor of them.
Why can I not? What is my keyboard doing? LOISIANA.
The one thing that always makes me mad is like right before you eat anything with hot sauce in it, your butthole is going to be pissed off at you the next day. And you look at it and you're like, I know this shit's going to suck tomorrow. And you do it anyway every fucking time. Like never fails. It's happening.
See,
Luckily, I don't have that problem with hot sauce.
We'll go through the hot sauce.
I'll like sweat.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Like
I don't
a
need
dragon.
I'll just look like I ran a marathon, but it's like it feels so good. I'm like, I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm like, anyway, this is Louisiana. Oh, hot sauce is the best, as YMH's Innie would tell you. But like, this
I like
is
that stuff too. That's pretty good.
This is classic, and it's pretty much the same as like crystals, although people would argue, right? They're both like a Louisiana style. But like then there's like it's the same as like what's the
So what kind of pepper is in Louisiana? I can't talk apparently. Louisiana
cayenne.
hot sauce.
It's definitely cayenne
too.
And then like Valentina and like Tapatio. Right? Okay. Those are like the Mexican versions around the same heat level. Right? You go one up to like El Yucateca Habanero, which is also choice. I have.
Do you ever watch the David Lopez here. Vines video where he has Tapatio in his vines?
Yeah, like I mean they're a great hot sauce. I just usually they're not hot enough for me. Like I normally do a completely empty bottle of Secret Aardvark, which is like one of my faves. But this is like, have you ever seen Hot Ones? Like this is like around 2 or 3. They've had this on there before, right?
Okay.
I've like the ghost pepper stuff. I can I could do Hot Ones. I'd be okay. I say that now. I think once you get up to a certain point, it's just like the human body can only deal with so much Scoville. So like at a certain point, it's just all pain.
Well, yeah, like that's the thing. If I can't get any flavor out of it, I'm like, what's the point?
Yeah,
there's no point in torturing myself for fun.
These are
I've done that
these are great
over the years.
Hot ramen and stuff with like Thai chili specifically has a numbing agent in it. So the secret is to just get like 3 big spoonfuls in, right? Like of just the broth, and then it'll numb your mouth, and then the rest of it'll be the same level. Like that's how little Korean grandmas be doing that crap. They know the secret. I mean, technically, at a certain point, Scoville itself is going to numb up your mouth. So, but anyway,
right.
We always used to have Tabasco at the bar because we would make Caesars with it.
Yeah,
well, you guys call it Bloody Marys, but
yeah,
I love Bloody Marys.
Tabasco and like stuff like that is choice. Tabasco is a lot of flavor, so it's surprisingly, but you got to like disperse it. It's like
Yeah, the only difference between the Bloody Mary is like up here we use clamato juice, which is clam and tomato juice.
I can't do.
I don't know why people drink it.
Like I can't
just
do
the
like
thought of clam and tomato. Who comes up with this shit?
A tomato drink sounds like it's just like, isn't that just soup? You're just drinking soup.
Yeah, you're pretty much are, but it helps to fill up your stomach, and then it gives you a little bit of alcohol without the kick for in the morning. It's a really good hangover drink. Very good hangover.
Sure. I can see that.
Most people when they're really hungover will drink that first thing.
I'll do hangovers and airplanes. I'll do that. I'll have those.
I could never. I never really drank vodka. I don't like vodka. So.
Yeah, vodka's just like alcohol. It's just you add it to other stuff and it's good.
Great.
Look at this cat.
Get it.
Yeah, see, I got all the stuff. I got all the soundboards. Look at
I was waiting for the cat to pull out a paper and start rolling.
I know, right? A catnip just like pulls it up.
Right.
You know.
Put some catnip in there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's something I should grow some more of, catnip.
I can't.
I have a few cats, so.
Yeah, me too. And like, that's not good because he gets outside and he will find it and he will murder that entire plant. But just like this guy murdered this entire cart.
Damn, hit it slow. Damn.
His first time.
Oh no, those things are hurt.
Yeah, those things can catch you. Oh, he got the breath. He got that breath in. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I use them. They're not that. I mean, I get it. He just hit it too hard. You should know the limits.
Jimmy,
I've
ever showed you
accidentally before
my rig, like the desktop vaporizer? Like,
yeah.
You can get vaporizers for flour. Look up the PAX 3. Pretty decent. There's a ton of good ones.
Yeah, for like $300.
Yeah, but then you can just get to put weed in. You know?
Yep.
Well, you don't have to have this weird juice. Like.
Yep.
And it's the same thing.
Flavorful juice.
Sure. Pre-rolls are the box wine of the cannabis world. Changed my mind. Like, I feel like Jimmy has both in her house. You know?
Yeah.
She's got pre-rolls. But like, I think they're talking about you packed it yourself. You had a DIY pre-roll.
I buy just like the pre-rolled, like the cones themselves, and then have to put the weed in myself for sure. Yeah, because the pre-rolls, they're crap. It's like they get the bottom of the barrel like weed and just the shake left from that, and then they put that in joints.
It's like in a little. They put it in a little vibro machine, and it vibrates everything into the cone, and then they just twist the top.
Yep.
So like sometimes it don't work perfect, but like, I have. What? Hello? Did my like thing break? This. Why is it? That's weird. Can I go to this? Okay. Yes. Cool. And then fine. What? But like I was showing Jimmy before the show, the little pre-roll machine, right? Where you stick like your little like just the cone in there, and then you fill that little tray with weed and you pack it down in there, and then you like go like this, you know, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then like you got to open it and like push it out because it's never perfect, you know. But and then what else? What else did I show you beforehand that I don't think they're showing the people at home? This thing.
The same one, but a smaller version. It looked like.
Well,
or a bigger version.
It's for like rolling the paper. Like.
Yeah.
But now I don't see where it went. Why you be like this? Like I just had it, right? Did I put it back in this? No. Anyway, on to other stuff. Because I have other stuff. Let's go here. Oh, I just brought this for Yeti because I know that usually the thing he does is just watch bread rise while high. You know? Like,
is that what you do?
Yeah.
His job. Yeah. You know?
Well, not really. I don't do a whole lot of baking lately.
No?
Nice.
Well, no, actually I did because we went to a family reunion. So we baked bread and like cupcakes and cookies.
What are those?
And there was like 50 of us there.
Like
cool.
Cookies. More cookies. Those look like little chocolate cakes, brownies.
Yeah.
Like some bread, macarons. I don't even know what those were. Like a fruit cake?
Yeah, kind of. That's
lemon
like
bars,
shortbread a little bit.
Like, I don't even know what that was. Like, those things do a little scoop.
Yeah, they're like lemon tarts.
Yeah, a little puff pastry, cookies. That's like one of those like super egg white, like a souffle maybe.
Yeah.
There was one I was like, what is that? Like,
I don't know.
Looked like some brioche fucking thing. Anyway, so we've made it to the inebriation checkpoint part of our show. You have to tell me if can I just do this? Yeah, I can. So you have to tell me whether the ball is moving or not. That's all you gotta do.
Nope.
Okay.
The ball, it's not moving.
Okay. Yeah, but is this entire thing moving at all? Or is it just your mind?
It's just my mind.
It's a JPEG. It's just your mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is just
it's
a painting.
Trick, though. It does look like it is moving.
Doesn't it? Like, and if you like...
There used to be something to do with, like, how stressed you are is how much it moves.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, right? I've got another one. So you have to tell me if these are diagonal or horizontal. Like, are they diagonal lines or horizontal lines?
Horizontal.
Okay. Jimmy knows how optical illusions work. You know? She's high, but not that high.
I think you were mean to ask if the lines were straight. not vertical.
Not wibbly wobbly nonsense. But this guy is dope. He's a cool guy.
Cheers.
I love him.
That hits the spot.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I've seen him before. I've seen a couple of his like
videos are great.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's great. How did you get a robot arm, dude? That's what I want to know. I want a robot arm.
Right.
I think he does talks and stuff about his life because I think he's missing like almost all of his extremities.
Yeah. How is this black magic done? Like,
right.
What part of the Stray game is this?
They're like octopus. They have no bones.
Yeah.
So the rule is if they can get their head through, they can get their body through.
Yeah.
Because like if they can get their whiskers through it is the rule. That's why they have whiskers. You know? It like is the width and like it's literally like the size of their body. Pretty much.
Unless they're fat.
Yes, which I will get to some of those in a second. But even then I think it's like where, but it's like they're all squidgy, so they still could make it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, look at this. Poppers, 17 seconds. All right, we get a little bit of the music, and then I have to like mute it. Yeah, he's so happy. Oh my god, he's happy.
So excited.
He's so happy. Oh my god, I don't know what to do now. Oh god, I'm this one first. Oh god, like.
Do you ever see those videos where? Have you seen those videos where it's like dogs meeting like people that have been away from the military for like a few years?
Yeah.
Their dogs just go like absolutely ape shit.
One of these days I'll film it. Like both my dad and uncle work on like towboats, right?
Okay.
You know, and they're you know they're like gone for like a month, right? And like when they come back, the dog just goes insane. You know, like, oh my god, you're back! I thought you were gone forevers. You know, but look at this, Poppers. So this is how puppers make friends. Oh, it's so cute. Look at cuteums. Like,
you just get somebody that hates dogs. It's just like, this is the worst trip
ever. Yep. Like, it's the first bit where he's just like, oh god, I'm tired. Like, I just lay here now. Okay, like, you know, like, I don't know you, lady. But anyway, did you guys hear that monarchs were like now like endangered or whatever? These things.
I did.
So this is like,
I knew they were on the vulnerable list for quite a while. So
this is like a flower that like attracts them. They're like crazy attracted to the specific one, right? And they'll form like little butterfly trees. Oh my god, look at it!
Oh wow,
it's so pretty.
Butterflies are so cool.
They're like little stained glass bugs. They're great. Like if you ran into that though when you didn't see it, you'd be like, "Oh my god!"
Right.
Be like the movie The Raven or The Crow, or it's just like,
yeah, exactly. Like just butterflies.
I'm under attack.
I feel like they tried to make that a horror movie too, but Butterfly Man just didn't quite work out as well. You know?
Nope.
But and I'm fast as fuck, boy. Like,
oh,
he's gone. You know?
Damn.
He was like, he had to load all that up too. He was like, oh, and push. Like,
that's what I was thinking. That load up, there was no way he was gonna be able to push off that hard. He did it.
Yeah,
he did it.
He got those little rabbit feet.
Fuck.
Oh, look at the Puppers is on the fucking paddleboard.
And water, Reefer, give me up! Shoot, got me out here in the ocean. They got sharks over here. Come on. Ooh, don't move it, don't move it, don't move it.
Or
like the scream at the end. Is the best. Don't move it, don't
I would have
move it.
looked at that dog and been like, "But did you die?"
Yeah, you got a life vest. You'll be all right. You know, like you're good. You're gonna float.
Oh.
Look at this cute little ball of fur. Look at them. Oh, I'm gone. This little majestic little hamster. Like
Baywatch for mice.
Yeah, like my cat would probably go nuts if he saw right now. Like he almost broke an iPad, so but it is adorables.
Absolutely.
This one was also adorables.
Are you going to school today? Oh my gosh! Go get on! It's school day!
Oh my god, I'm going. He's going to school.
Oh,
He's got the doggy school bus. How great is that?
so cute. That's the
Like,
best.
that's great. You know?
Oh my gosh.
Like, this feels like me if I'm woken up after taking an edible. You know? Like, wake me up, my fucking eyes are still bloodshot. You know? Like, just fucking... You know what I mean? Like, oh god, what? I'm fucking zooted, son. Like, get out of here. I was sleeping. You know?
Red-eyed tree frogs are so cool.
They are, aren't they?
I almost had a vivarium with dart frogs at one time.
Nice. Prepping for that apocalypse now, aren't we? You're getting those dart frogs ready. He's out here fighting zombies with the you know what I'm saying? Like
one zombie at a time.
Right?
I'd be out of breath after like 2 darts. Just be like, all right, time out, guys, time out. Just
No, you're like the 4th season of like The Walking Dead, where it's like you're just hunting all the humans and no one can find you because you're using a blow dart. You know, it's like, all right, I'll take all this food. You know, like, oh, look at this.
Survival of the Yetiest.
Pretty much. Oh, you definitely have like a snowsuit. You definitely have one of those, like a big snow ghillie. You know. Look at them!
Damn.
Look at the chonk. Like, it's like, yeah, so I went to the shelter the other day and got this guy. Like, look at that. He's thick, gorgeous. Boy. He's thick.
Boy.
He looks like if Henry VIII was a cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got like that fucking Garfield actual. He's been eating lasagna too much. He's also just a big cat.
Boy. Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, they shaved him? Oh. Look at him shaved. He looks like a little sausage. Really yeah. He's like a little meat torpedo. Look at him. Oh. He's just a tube. You know? Oh, cute. Oh. Yes. Oh, big old paws though. Look at those paws. Like my friend used to have half bobcats. So they were half domestic cat and half bobcat, and they were like twice the size of like a normal cat. It was kind of ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, they're called pixie bobs.
Yeah, cool. They were like wild as shit. Like they would piss on everything. They were assholes.
Yeah, did they have the short stubby tails?
I think so, yeah. If I remember. I think it depends on like how much of the domestic is there too. I love these little like the triangular pit bulls and not like the big square head pit bulls. You know? Like
ready to go?
Goodness gracious.
Like, why is he like that? Why?
I used to have a little French bulldog named Havoc. Yeah. He was awesome. Same kind of idea. Just stocky.
Yeah, like, not enough room like between his knees.
Yeah. Like this long, and then like this wide.
Crazy.
Like a little tank.
Like, I love those. Have you ever seen the ones that are like juiced out? Right? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
I think there's like competitions.
Yeah.
Look up even blue nose pit bulls. They're not technically a breed, but they're technically the big
like
ones.
look at the meaty boy. They're meaty. Like they're ridiculous. Like they make them do sled pulls.
Mm-hmm. My friend breeds them. The only thing that I don't like is they always clip their ears. That's the only thing I don't like.
I don't like that either, but like I wouldn't.
Well, and there's no reason to do it anymore because the only reason they used to do it was, well, one for fighting so that their dog couldn't bite on it.
Yeah.
But also pit bulls and other dogs that have their ears clipped. They used to be used for hunting.
Hog hunting,
when they would run through the forest, their ears kept getting ripped, and it caused more damage to them. So they just started doing it beforehand to save them. But now you don't have any reason to do it. I mean, unless you're using it for hunting, then it would make sense.
Yeah, and
they're
there's
just
people
breeding
that
them
still
and putting them in competitions.
Yeah,
like
because I used to have a Cane Corso. And they're Italian Mastiffs. His name was Don Vito Corleone, a.k.a. the Dog Father.
Yeah.
But a lot of their breeds had their ears clipped too.
Oh.
If I got a hold of the breeder beforehand, his tail wouldn't have been docked either. But they have to do that at like 4 days old.
So these little cute little puppers. I had one that was like. You see how like this one's got like yellow in it? right?
Mhm.
Like I had like a more brindley one, like it was like leopardy, right? But it's the same dog.
I think it's called Harlequin.
Yeah, these are it's very similar to like this, right? But like not as dirty. And these just covered in dirt. But like as puppers, they're super adorable. Look at the adorable puppers. But these are pig hunting dogs here too.
Okay.
Because they're like, think of them like a half pit, half like greyhound. Like you see this like big swoop here. Wow. These are for like rushing. Like they're brush dogs. So you like send them in. Like you're gonna have pit bulls that are the ambush ones. Like you know, and it's like they're meant to literally. You're hunting like the pig to the point where like you're gonna walk up and either shoot it and or they're gonna kill it. Like, and you just have to get there in time, right? So like I don't know if you've ever seen a wild hog. That's what these things are trying to like get. So like these and pit bulls is why that like they've been in the South for so long. Bulldogs, all that stuff is for hog hunting. Like, you know, and when the apocalypse comes, like that's going to be a good bet for you, you know?
Yeah, no, they're really cool dogs.
I had one of these that was like leopard and was the smartest fucking dog I've ever had. And like it got stolen, like straight up. Like someone stole the dog because of like how hunting works here. They're like, oh, perfect. A hunting dog that's ready. Great. Yeah. Like, so, you know, but yeah, that
my
and like
French bulldog. He was originally someone else's dog that I was dating at the time. After we broke up, he got stolen. 2.5 years later, she got a call that her dog was at the pound. So we got the dog back. But then in the meantime, she had bought another dog, so they didn't get along. So then I ended up with Havoc.
I'm trying to see if they actually do like the two things I've seen are like they have like they put a rope on like a spring, right? And like the dog will like play with the rope like they would, and like as they would like pull on it, it actually gives like resistance, and they have like you can vary the spring tension, right? And then like sled pulls, essentially, you know, like weighted sled pulls, like which the dog wants to do anyway, like all of that crap. And then like jumping for distance, like they love doing that, or height. And you just got to get a toy that they will like. You need one that latches. That's kind of the thing with these. All that jaw, even in the curs, like the Catahoulas or whatever that I showed earlier. That's all that's for. We want them to lock on.
Pit bulls, when they're like pulling on stuff, they'll like kind of like go forward and go back quickly.
Yeah.
And just like tug it as hard as they can.
Yeah, or like the my dog, and it's I gotta fucking work on it, because like anytime some small little yappy little shit comes into the fucking yard, like my dog like has like a fence pretty much, like one of those like little electric-y ones, right? And like if anything comes into the yard hot, right, and it's small, she's like taking that thing and ringing it, and I'm like, why? Stop trying to murder chihuahuas. Stop it. Like, I know they're assholes. I get it. You know,
just a high prey drive.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's also like dog, like it's essentially the dog's like being nice, they're being assholes, and like he's like, all right, well then I'm just gonna murder you, you little shit, you know. So, and then I have to go over there and like break it up. Like I learned just throw on the rear naked and just like, okay, you know. Like, we're just gonna like, and she now knows, like, the minute that happens, she's letting go, you know. I had to do that once. But like, yeah, I know I look like this cat. No, stop sending me this picture. This is Ron Perlman and his like evil twin, like fucking shapeshifter. Like,
absolutely.
Miss Yeti likes to tell me I look like Ron Perlman.
Yeah, you got the Ron Perlman voice. Like, I could definitely get you like a Hellboy cosplay going on.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So
just doing Satan's voiceovers.
What's up, fam? We got like the RLA raid in the chat. Nice.
Nikki!
So, what's up, girl? Look at Courage the Cowardly Dog. Look at him. Oh shit. It's that fucker again. You know, he's fucking here. Why is he so scared though? You got him. You'll be all right. You're way bigger. You know?
That's great.
Look at this one. The fuck you touching me for, you motherfucker?
The fuck?
Like, that is the best.
Great.
I just want that as a GIF. Just like crop it right here, you know? And just have him turn it around like it's drama, like the drama chipmunk with that music.
Yep.
You know? Oh, fuck it, I've got tired of telling you.
What the fuck is wrong with that?
That cat had crazy eyes, son.
For real.
What else I got?
The best.
Napping cat. He's got the runnies in his sleep. Runnies. Oh god. Oh god, I'm still sleeping. Don't worry about it. I'm sleeping. You know, like didn't even wake up.
Oh my god,
that's gonna be me not too long.
Right? I just want to see, why does that not happen in humans? Like I just want to see like full sprint in the bed. Like just, you know. Like,
because our partners would murder us if that happened. Ma'am, it seems you stabbed your husband 57 times. You tried to run a marathon in this. What was I gonna do?
Like the fucking 50-yard sprint, like he's getting like full strides, like fucking heel to butt, you know. Like
you're just waking up with
just runs into a wall, falls over, and goes back to sleep again.
Have you ever seen that dog video where that happens?
Like
he's like on his side, the dog's running, wakes up, runs smack into a wall, and just like spins around again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I showed it to Warren one time. It's I can't remember his name, but it's something the sleepwalking dog, and that's exactly what this cat reminded me of. That's what's like one of the best internet videos ever.
Like I could just picture that in my head. Like you just lay it in bed and just like start full sprinting for no reason. Like would be the, like all the covers fly off. You're just like you wouldn't move, you know. Anyway, sorry, that caught me. I'm stealing that. That's going in the fucking set. Fuck you.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Dude, why you be doing the fish like that, man? Oh, like the other one. The other one is just like, Steve, what are you doing? Like he does this every time.
Falling for it.
Like, yeah. I just find it fun, Frank. Like.
You're making the rest of us look bad.
Oh, look at little bleppy boy. Look at him. Look at little derpster. Oh, Mullen. He's doing it forever. You gotta put it back, bro. It's gotta go back. He's like, why is everyone looking at me? Like, what is this place? Why is there lights? Like, I don't get it. I feel like they must just, like, they drugged him and then he's woken up here, you know? Like, they're about to take his liver in some, like, back at, you know, like, he has no idea where he is. He's, like, doing that, like, he's up, too. He's, like, standing cat. Cat on two legs. I just thought this was a cool bird.
Oh, that is awesome.
And like a super high res shot, you know?
Wow.
Like, damn nature, you pretty. And
For
here
real.
we see the mohawk bird in its natural habitat, a UK rave. Like, anyway.
So pretty.
Like, gorgeous. It'd be one of those, like,
yeah,
fucking, like, paint it later, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I thought it was at first, was like computer graphics.
yeah, this is going to be the new indie left bird. Jimmy's going to just go, like, redo the bird as this.
Hell yeah.
We're going to animate it and shit in After Effects. It's going to be great.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to have to jump off, Reef.
All right, man. Cool.
Sorry,
Let me
just getting tired. Long day.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. We're about finished anyway. Let me go to a 2-box. But anyway, all right, man. I've got your descriptions and stuff down in the description. I got all your link tree and stuff, so you can go down there and find all the links to Yeti stuff. You know, so his Twitter and like his Telegram should all be on there, right? You know.
Thank you.
So
Thanks
have you
for
actually?
having me on, man.
Yeah, dude, it's always fun. So
yeah, I love coming on. I just know I cannot always stay till the end.
Well, we got to switch you to sativas and not indicas. You know, keep you up. Like, dude, just do that. I need you to get one of those coffee pipes where it's like a coffee cup and a pipe. You know, just do that. Yeah. But anyway, all right, man. Love you. Peace. Good night.
Love you, brother.
Yeah.
Have a great one, Jimmy. Nice talking to you.
And
Nice
I just
talking to you.
switch to a Reefer 2-person and change the nameplates. Which I think I just do if I move. Hold on. You just turn that off anyway. They all know who it is at this point. But this is just a little girl and the wolf, which is just cool, but like also kind of ridiculous because it's a fucking wolf.
Yeah.
Like I definitely wouldn't be doing that.
No.
Like I definitely would not be booping or like showing teeth or being that close to like, oh my God, that wolf is just like one day. He's just waiting for it to get bigger. Like if I just wait, you know,
right?
Like this will feed me in the pack for like a week.
Right.
So, like,
oh, that's crazy. I used to have a dog that I used to do that with, the Rottweiler, and it ended up biting us. So yeah.
Let's see if I can find this.
I used to write it like that. That's crazy to see a little kid do it with a wolf, though.
I have something better. And you can tell me what you think of this.
Hello and welcome to Animal Watch, and this week we're meeting the wolves of Norway.
So I'm trying to skip to the good parts because there's good parts, and I don't necessarily want to get copyright music either. In here, the most replayed. Thank God for the most replayed feature.
Mouth. This is perfectly normal for them, and this is what they do to one another on a daily basis. If you can tolerate it, you should allow this, as they will trust you more and can learn everything about you as a person, which includes your body chemistry, if you are sick or well, what you have eaten, and also if you are kind and non-threatening to them. Body movements should be calm and fluid. Sharp movements will frighten and shock them, making you look threatening. So gently, gently is the answer.
Yeah.
This is why women are often more readily accepted by wolves than men, as men naturally exhibit heavier movements.
Why you gotta make it sexist and weird, lady?
And a deeper voice. The leading female Marat was very insistent on licking the inside of my mouth for affirmation, so I allowed her to. All the while acknowledging the strict pack order. There were lower ranking wolves, and it was important to make sure I greeted the wolves in order of ranking, and make sure to ignore the lower wolves when the leaders approached, which is a little sad, but safer for them, as it means they will be told off far less. Despite Marrett being the leading female, Braga, the large male, was indeed top of the pack, and he had decided that my ear and tummy tickles should be just for him, and was not slow in coming forward with his snarls and piercing stares at Marrett to let her know that he wasn't happy that she was commanding my attention. It's quite hard to keep still during a wolf altercation.
This is crazy.
Especially when it's happening right in front of your face. All teeth and snaps. But it's very important not to move in case of redirected aggression onto you. The altercations only lasted a little while and it soon all died down.
Crazy white lady, let me talk to you for a second. Like,
why are you letting her lick the inside of your mouth? What is going on with?
I mean, they're supposed. It's how you get them to accept you. You got to let them like tongue slurp.
I mean, if you can handle it. Yeah, if you can handle it.
Whoa, you don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
These are like wild wolves. Like they just ate like a fucking rotted deer. Like,
oh, I didn't even think of that. Their breath probably smells like death.
Rank and yeah, not good.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
Ugh. Anyway.
Yes,
fucking
next.
white people, like, where is full? There it goes. It's true. Dogs do always end up looking like their owners.
Oh, that's a good one.
His fucking teeths.
Everything.
Indy is asking licking butthole. That gets cleaned. You know?
I mean, those wolves were probably licking butthole too. That's gross.
They probably ate the butthole first.
That's why I wouldn't let a dog do it. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't let a dog do it, let alone a wolf. Ugh.
Yeah. Look at this puppers though. What is he, a little korg?
Ah, you should have never trusted me. Oh no.
He's dead.
Did I kill him? We're gonna have to jumpstart his heart. 100 volts. Didn't work.
Oh no!
200 volts.
Oh,
no! 400 volts.
He's alive!
Oh, it's cute. It's just
Tell me
cute.
dogs are not smart.
I know, right? Like,
He played that whole thing with him and everything.
mm-hmm. Yep.
What? Smart little pupper.
Pupper was about to do a DDT from the top rope. You don't know. You know? Look at this little puppers. Like you walk in,
He
like
looks
what?
like the cows.
I ain't doing nothing. This isn't what it looks like. You know? Like,
Don't look at me. I'm a cow.
I'm a cow. I'm blending in. Just act cool, man.
That's right.
Like, oh,
Oh,
what do we got here?
that's a good one.
Oh, this one's good. 14 seconds of music that probably isn't copyright, but like, meat. How does he sound again? He's like, well,
Yep, that's pretty much it. Yep,
Like-
meat.
oh, like,
How cool.
I love it. That's just like two pipes. Like, and he's just like,
Okay.
I think, right? Like, that's just like, yeah, it's just like one little pipe and
yeah.
then another pipe, essentially.
Yep.
And those could just be like rings,
So cool.
like little rattan, like making a hoop skirt.
Mhm.
What?
That is so cute.
I do not know how to make a bear costume. Stop. Like, so this is the futuristic movie timeline. We are between Blade Runner and Soylent Green. We are at Soylent Green now, shortly. In 2022 is when Soylent Green happened. 2027 was Children of Men.
I did hear that George Jetson just recently was born. So.
Yes. When were the Jetsons, I wonder? But anyway, so yeah, Child of Men was 2027, so that's coming up. 12 Monkeys was 2028. That's going to be an interesting year. Demo Man 2032. V for Vendetta was 2038. I feel like that should be much sooner. So we have some hope here. Event Horizon 47. Minority Report 54. Then Total Recall 2084. AI was like 2101. I don't know if we're going to make it.
No.
Alien 2122. I've never even seen The Black Hole 2130. Sleeper 2173. The Forbidden Planet 2220. That's an odd old one. That's like Fifth Element was 2263. Then it goes Zardos, Star Trek, Logan's Run, Idiocracy, Barbarella, Planet of the Apes, and Dune. So Escape from New York was 97.
Should be closer.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Terry Crews could run for president, is all I'm saying. You know?
Right.
Like, I feel like he could do that and win. That's what's crazy. Like, he might win, and then it would literally be, you know, but I think he would do a better job, sadly.
I know. That's so sad.
Like,
I know.
All right. So this is underwater. Hopefully everyone gets what that means when it's like blue. That's underwater stuff. I know people are high, but you're not that high. So last little eel. Not a moray, by the way.
Stop getting so close.
And we pet the eel. It's the scream underwater.
You actually can hear that scream too. That's great.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Oh, I would do the same, bro.
So there's a scuba song when you're diving at night and you feel something bite. It's a moray. Yeah. These little assholes are assholes, and they like infect. They have like your wound can get infected real easy.
Oh yeah, they got dirty ass mouths.
Yeah. Phrasing. What? We're still doing phrasing? That's an Archer reference, if you didn't know. FYI.
No,
you watched Archer? Archer's fantastic while you're stoned. You should just start with the first season. It's probably on Netflix. Everyone's got that, or their cousin does.
You're too little to have a boyfriend.
No, I want a little boyfriend like me.
You need a little boyfriend. Yeah. No, why do you think you need a boyfriend, Madison?
Because I love boys.
Yeah. Madison Jade. Oh, wait till we tell Daddy.
Huh? No, we don't have to tell Daddy. No, we don't have to do that.
Right?
He doesn't
Girls
need
are
to
so
know.
sneaky.
Oh, little girl's adorables. I like it was just like, huh? That's what's great.
Right. Soon as Daddy's gonna find out.
This to me, I only think of Misty Winston with this face. This is a very Misty face. I don't know what it is. Bitch, please. You see this shit? She's trying to airplane me. That shit won't work.
Right. Just give
I
me
know
the damn
better.
food.
Like, that's fucking great. Just the eye roll.
Fucking babies. Yep. They're too smart.
This one's great. This is a whole compilation. And wee! Oh my god, I'm gonna fall, but no, I'm fabulous, bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
get it. Yes.
Like, it's just over and over again. Every fall is just one of these. Like, what is that dance called? I forget what that shit's called.
I don't know, but I love watching it. It's the greatest.
It's like an offshoot of voguing, right? Something like that.
Pretty much. I guess,
Yeah.
I guess so.
It has a name.
you
Someone will know it in the chat. But it is pretty great. Oh, poppers.
Yeah.
You got one of those alien puppers with the fucking sonars on the head. You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
Better than her barking. That's what she wants us to do.
right? All right, 7 seconds will not get me copyright. I know it won't.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double.
Like, it didn't even get to G. So, like, our son took a roller coaster alone for the first time yesterday, and we were a bit worried he would be scared out of his mind. Have you watched
handling it like a pro.
Have you watched Savvy Sabs before? So you know the intro Jessie Jet did for her, the doobie doobie doo, that thing. Every time me and Indy hear that, the only thing we can think is like doobie doobie doo. It's the motherfucking Savvy Sabs 3, Savvy Sab. Like that's all we can do, and it doesn't fit. I want Jessie to like redo the music so that it works. You know, because that's
all I'm gonna think
a dope intro. Like every time I hear that, you know,
that'd be the sweetest.
But-
that'd be so cool.
and I want it super California with like the weird like like that. What is? I don't even know what instrument that is.
I don't even know either. Some kind of piano thing.
The caption for this should just be "Become ungovernable." Just like, no, you can't contain me, human. Like, I'm like, it's so funny. He's just fucking.
What's the point?
Booping. He's gone. Like, and you know the sound of that has got to be hilarious. By the way, wish it had sound. It would just be like, anyway,
wow.
This is funny. What is that? A Samoyed or whatever? Is that what they're called?
I'm pretty sure that dog weighs more than the gate. Like, what did you think was gonna happen with the dog in there?
You thought that he would listen to the obviously I'm in a fucking thing. I should stay here. No, like he's like I'm out of here. I'm gone. You know.
Right.
This one is just dumb. Since we're both news people,
Right now, kind of hung up just a little bit. Oh, I moved the map. I didn't know I could do that. No way.
Are you serious? Did you just
Discover that? I gotta try it. Hold on. Can you believe that? Just touch it. You can go anywhere you want.
That's so cool.
I didn't know. Can I zoom? Oh man, it's a great day. It's a beautiful start this morning. Our temperatures are warming up nicely this afternoon, but we're still gonna. I've never touched it before. Oh my gosh, you can tilt it. What's going on here? All right, anyway, I'm gonna figure this all out. A beautiful day in the next couple of days. Roz, we're gonna go out to you while I figure out this new.
he like could zoom it and shit. What was the other thing? Like rotate it.
Yep, tilt it.
Like,
Wow.
he's like, I could have been doing a much better job.
Him a boomer, but you know we've done this, so
Yeah. What's weirder, the boomer thing to do is to think everything is a touchscreen now. Like, that's the boomer thing to do. It's like, no, not everything's a, like, you know, this one's just like, I don't think I could have made it through this one either, so he made it longer than I did.
And now a 57-year-old man who was caught speeding at almost 200 kilometers per hour a couple of months ago refused to pay his speeding fine, claiming that everything he does is fast. According to the man, he eats fast, he sleeps fast, he drives fast, he reads fast, and he even walks fast. When he had to appear on court today, he explained the same thing to a Western Cape judge who replied, "Let's see how fast you can do a 6 months in prison."
Like, I mean, he's like, Sonic's gonna go to jail. You know?
Yeah. My apologies. I can imagine that judge already in court saying, let's see how fast you can do that 6 months in prison. What a way to...
Oh
Like-
no. Right, 1 for Judge, 0 for Sonic.
Look at this guy. This guy's got like
That's
he's matching
hot.
and shit. He's looking good.
I like that.
I knew.
Yep. Got the drip.
Nah. Hey, I knew, bro. You're being stripping, bro. I knew. Oh! I knew there's something in your bin.
Oh my god.
Like why was he in that fucking
Scaring
like,
people is
fucking
the
bag?
best.
Right, I think I made it to where we have nameplates back. So yeah, look at that. Look, I did it.
Right.
Cool. Now I just got to get out of studio mode. OBS people, it's fun, but also OBS. So, you know, this lady is fucking hilarious. She's done a couple of these.
Can we petition
Poor
for dresses
girl.
to have more poo space? Please.
This poor girl.
Um, keep it together, lady. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be fine.
I thought that's what was gonna happen when she pulled it up. Poor girl.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, the life of being a girl.
She was
Damn.
dying. That's funny. Oh, she's done a few of them. I think she's done the other one is like, do you know the things where it's like the tape, right? So it's like instead of wearing a bra, it's like there's like tape and then you like tape it up, right?
Okay.
But like hers are so fucking heavy that like it just started like falling, you know, like it was hilarious. Might have been a different lady, but it was on TikTok, so they get confused. Speaking of ladies, this lady had a bad hair day. Not the wig. Like, look at the wig pop back up. There it goes. Like, so she's got to get to the bottom.
Poor girl.
Like,
She even wore the silk too, thinking it was gonna help. but
I know, right? No.
No.
You gotta get that lace front, girl. You know what I'm saying? This shit's fucking, like, I don't know how I find this stuff, but it's good.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about the ones to generate. I'm talking about the wind turbines for global warming.
What?
I thought that's what they were for, no?
Yeah,
Wind
yeah, because
turbines
it
for
is for
global
global warming because they're trying to stop.
cool down the Earth.
Oh my god!
Oh shit! Is that what he thought? You thought it was like a fan, basically,
bro. Swear it.
No, okay, wait, hold on. Listen. What about? What about? I'm done with you. I'm done with you. That's what I said for global warming. Wait, let's let him finish.
So when you think it's for global warming, what was you gonna say?
No, as in you're not using like any like greenhouse gases and all that kind of stuff. You're using like natural energy.
Yeah.
And you're turning wind energy into flipping electricity. Is that what they're doing? So you thought that it was cooling down stuff. You see this world. You don't know your friends. You don't know your friends. Before your friend knew, he's tapped.
He thought the fans were cooling down the Earth.
What did you think?
Isn't that what you use fans for?
It's not a fan.
It's a fan. What is it? A wind turbine? A fan, bruv.
It's not a fan, bruv. It's not a fan. It's
Oh
not a fan.
It's a fan, bruv.
This guy's
It's a fan. Stand in front of it. I bet you'll be cold.
You know what?
Stand in front of it. I bet you'll be cold.
Stand in front of it.
Oh, a little bit of humor from the UK.
That's great. That's great.
Like,
I love the minds of people.
Yeah, this one's just. I think everyone feels this. This one's rough.
You can do anything you want when you're financially stable. Hi, I deliver pizza for Domino's and I just got tipped 56 fucking cents.
Like,
I feel that.
I wanted it to hit the horn too. Just be like, like, that's what you need on that.
That would have, that would have perfected it.
That would have been it.
Oh.
What's the deal with you and Lois? Oh.
I'm calling you. I'm asking you about my wife, Lois.
Yeah, who is this?
What do you mean, who is this? This is Peter Griffin. What are you talking about here? Now, Zay, we're going to get down to the bottom of this right now, all right? Now, why were you banging my wife? Oh, you think this is funny? What?
Was better than the Peter Griffin one.
But the Peter Griffin one did do it. Like, it made that call. Like, if he hadn't have done that, it would have been the good. Like, it was just fucking perfect. Like,
oh, that was great.
Oh God, this one is fucking gold. Some of the dudes in the chat still won't get it, and it'll have to be explained to them again. You know?
Okay.
Guys, look at all this money my girlfriend made just from selling fans.
Only.
That's it. Only fans. That's all she's.
No, only fans.
That's it. All she sold was fans, and she made this much money.
Reality's gonna hit him soon.
Only fans. Yeah, you only sold fans. Like, yeah. I mean, fans are a lucrative business. Right?
Yeah, she should have just kept it at fans. I'm selling only fans.
Yeah, I mean, but she's getting stacks though. Good for her. Like,
that's
you
right.
know,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
doing it up. Speaking of OnlyFans,
OnlyFans became like a big thing during the pandemic. You guys, is everyone familiar with OnlyFans? A couple lying boyfriends in the crowd. That's fine. I think OnlyFans is awesome. If you have an OnlyFans, good for you. I'm all for it. Ladies, if you want to sell naked pictures of your body to depressed, lonely men on the internet, that's between you and my credit card company. That's not. I've actually become so pro OnlyFans that I've actually turned anti-GoFundMe. I don't know why we need both of them. Like, I'll help you pay for your cat's surgery, but you gotta show your butthole on the internet, you know? I think fair is fair here.
funny.
Oh, that's great.
That's great. I usually like to end on some comedy because I know we don't get any of that at the beginning of the show, you know, or during. So, but this guy, I've seen him a few times, but he definitely has some funny bits. This is Tommy Malort. But yeah, we'll let Tommy finish it out.
I have a lot of friends who know rap music, and they love rap music, which just basically means they talk about shoes a lot. It's hard to buy shoes if you don't know rap, because rappers and shoes are really entwined now, and it's stressful for me. Like when I go in there, they're like, you want like a Lil Wayne shoe or like a Yeezy shoe? I want like, which rapper cares more about lower back pain? That's what I would like right now, is a lower back pain rapper. You know, because it's confused. I don't know, like it used to be basketball players, right, in shoes, and that was easy for me to understand. It's like, oh, basketball players, these shoes are good for running and jumping. I don't know what a rapper shoe is good for. It's like it's good for getting bitches down on the floor. But I can't go on the floor because of the lower back pain.
Good for him.
We gotta get you out of that lower back pain, man. That's like one of the highlights of life.
That's right.
But anyway, that's the end of our show, fam.
It's what you have to look forward to after 25.
Yeah. Sure, we'll go with that. You know, especially if you work for a living, because God knows they do not care if your body breaks.
Right. That's true.
Anyway, so yep, end of our show. Jimmy, anything you want to plug specifically before we head out?
My Image Productions. If you go onto my Twitter, you can find my link tree on there.
Yep.
And Image Productions on Twitter or on Twitch. I'm doing some gaming on there. That's about
Cool.
it.
Down in the doobly-doo, I have that same link down there. And if people want to just click that.
It's in there.
I also have Yetis. I also have Miss Fowlish Hound, who hopefully will come on next week. I'm going to make sure and call her work and be like, she's got important stuff to do. I'm a news agency, okay? Thank you. But otherwise, Sunday night, how do we miss that? We'll see. Indy might be feeling under the weather. He's got like a throat thing. I don't know. I didn't ask. But which when you speak on camera is difficult. We'll see if he gets better by then. Otherwise, I think there's Tara Monday. If not, she's in Chicago right now doing Caleb Maupin's thing. The CPI event that is happening there. She was on Hardlands today. If people want to go check that out.
Cool.
But otherwise, ton of new merch on if you check out in the doobly-doo, indienews.network down at the very bottom, the very last link. You'll be able to find our Twitter if you go look on there. I put up tons of the merch that I've been messing around with today, as well as Jimmy. I know you messed around with some stuff. So eventually I'll just fill that whole store out. And if anyone who ever wants to support some stuff there, I want to get some patches and like keychains too. That would be good. That'd be cool. So,
yep.
But yep, I made a Jesse tank top because Jesse wanted a tank top. I don't know why. Cool. He's weird in Florida like that, So, but anyway, you should go check that out if you got a baby and you would like a onesie. An INN onesie does exist now, so I don't know why it exists, but it does. So, right. I say people should be out there trying to make babies to like buy one of those. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But anyway, I think that's out. I always forget by the time the end of the show ends, like how would stoners end a show? Like they probably would just be like, all right, man, I bye,
Right. Yep. We're bad with goodbyes.